Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm super excited because today I'm bringing you guys my very first reading vlog. So I actually filmed this clip like an hour ago and then I deleted it and was like, no, I'm not gonna vlog it. And I actually was debating not doing this readathon, but it just looks like so much fun and I really want to get some reading in. So today I'm going to be participating in the Becca's Bookopoly Readathon. So basically, if you guys don't know, Becca is an amazing booktuber and she talks all about books. Shocking, I know. And once a month she plays her Bookopoly board, and basically she does a certain amount of rules for each month, and basically the board has different prompts for her to choose from. It is very similar to my cupcake TBR video. She's actually one of the booktubers that really inspired me to make that video, so I will have her YouTube and socials down below if you want to go and check it out, because even though this readathon will have been over by the time that you're watching this video, you could always participate in the next one if she hosts the next one, which I hope she does because I think it's going to be a fun time. So I'm actually going to aim to read 8 books for this readathon, you guys, because I'm crazy and stupid basically. So I'm going to quickly go through the prompts that have been released, because basically the way that Becca's doing it is that they are going to be released every, I think it's like 8 hours or something like that. So we don't know all of the prompts at the start, and she just made the 3rd and 4th roll. So I'm gonna get my laptop so I can show you guys all the prompts. Well, I'm not gonna like show you, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna read them off. Alrighty, so the first prompt for this readathon is to pick a paranormal or a magical realism book. So I'm actually gonna go pick that out because I haven't picked that out yet. So let's go browse my bookshelves, see what we have, and I'll let you guys know when I pick something. Okay, so after looking at my shelves, I found 2 books that fit this prompt. The first one is The Best Kind of Magic. This is by Crystal Satari, and this is, I believe it's a book about this girl who has the power to see like who's someone's soulmate is, but when she meets this guy who she really likes, she finds out that she's not his soulmate. So it kind of deals with her figuring out if she should still try and pursue a relationship with him even though it's probably not going to last. And then the other book is The Diviners. So I'm having a bit of a struggle with myself because The Diviners is 460 pages, right? This is like 360, but I've already read over 100 pages of The Diviners, which means that they're technically the same length. However, if you look at the font size, I know this is going to sound really stupid, trust me, but look at this font size. Okay, and then look at this font size. You can't tell me that this one isn't smaller than this one. So technically, I feel like this one will be a faster read than this one. And I'm already not really enjoying this book that much, so I kind of don't want to force myself to read it, just because the other book I'm about to talk about, I also kind of don't want to read. And I feel like I could speed through this, which is why I'm going to pick this one. I think it's going to be a faster read for me, if I'm being honest. I think The Diviners is not ideal for a readathon, so I'm going to go put this back. So then the second prompt was a chance card prompt, and this is basically just where you have a select number of books that you really want to get to, and then you have others that you don't really want to get to, and basically you have the people choose which one you're going to read. So people voted for me to read Water for Elephants by Sarah Gren, so I'm not excited for this. This was one of them that I'm not excited to read. So it's not that I think this book is going to be a bad book, to be honest. I think I'll probably enjoy it. It just doesn't sound like super exciting, so it's just kind of like an book for me. Now she just dropped the 3rd and 4th prompts, so let's look at those. So for the 3rd roll, this was a culturally diverse read, so basically any book that has some LGBTQ plus characters or some people of color, or let's just set in a diverse setting. The other thing about this readathon is that if there's a book that fits 2 roles, you can use it for multiple roles, I think is what Becca said. So I'm going to look at the recommendations that people have been leaving me, and if one of them is a culturally diverse book, which I'm really hoping it is, then I'll just use it for both. So I'm gonna go and look on my tweet, because it looks like I already have 7 replies, which I mean in hindsight isn't like a fuck ton, but definitely more than I usually have. The first one that comes up is Hunger Games, of course. I knew for a fact that, because I also sent in pictures of my bookshelves for people to look at, which featured a picture of Ladix. Okay, Hunger Games, The Diviners, Radio Silence, I've already read that. Hunger Games, The Diviners, A Quarter of the Universe, Radio Silence, Hunger Games, Diviners, Radio Silence, TSC, Hunger Games. I feel like I should have prefaced like which ones of these I've read. Out of all of those, though, I don't think any of those have a culturally diverse setting. So thus far, not looking so good. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I think I'm gonna have like a temporary pick for a diverse book. But if someone else comes in with a recommendation that fits a diverse book, I will go ahead and just switch it, is what I'm going to do, because I probably won't start this anytime soon, because I think tonight I'm going to start The Best Kind of Magic, because I think it's going to be a quick read, and I think that if I can just start off on a good note, I'll be more motivated, and I already know the book I want to pick for a diverse read, so I'm going to go get that. I'm actually really sad, because I'm waiting for a shipment of books from Thrift Books, because I made an order for 4 books, and a lot of those books would have been great for this prompt, but they haven't come in yet. So for this prompt, for now I'm choosing Bleeding Earth, and this is by Caitlin Ward. This is very out of my comfort zone. It's actually like a psychological thriller, but there's a female-female romance in it, which I did not know until fairly recently. So I'm actually going to go ahead and read this. I'm super excited for this book. I think it's going to be a really good book. Pretty short. I would honestly like to start this now, but I'm going to wait and see if I need to switch it out with something. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start this book, and I will let you guys know my thoughts. I'll let you guys know my progress in a little bit. Hi, hello. Ignore my messy hair. I was in bed reading. So I am just about 100 pages in. I just finished chapter 10. So far I'm actually really liking this. I'm really shipping our MC Amber with this guy named Charlie, assuming he's the love interest. They're actually really cute, and I'm enjoying this. And I didn't realize like how much like witchcraft was going to be talked about in this book, and I actually think it's really interesting. So happy surprise. I will say that there's a lot of like informal YA type narrative. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I have mixed feelings because I kind of like that type of writing style, then I kind of don't. I think it just depends on the author, and for this I feel like it's just a little over the top, but overall I'm enjoying it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take a break. I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna get some food, and then I will continue reading. I think my goal is going to be to read like 100 pages, then I'll take like a half-hour break, and I think that's how I'm going to structure this readathon. Don't know. I also don't know if I'm going to be sleeping tonight, or if I'm just going to like power through. I probably shouldn't just try and power through, because I'm sure that's not very healthy. We'll find out. I don't know. Or I might just take like naps or something. Honestly, who knows. So anyways, I'm going to go eat. I'll read 100 more pages, and then I will be very close to finishing, because like I said, it's a pretty short book. It's only like 330 pages. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat, and then I will obviously vlog me reading, and then I will give you guys another update once I hit 200 pages probably. Hi, hello everyone. I'm very happy to report I have finished The Best Kind of Magic. So it is currently 12:20 right now, and I'm honestly probably going to dive right into the next book. But really quickly, I just want to touch my thoughts. So overall, I think I'm going to give this book either a 3 or a 4 star. I'm leaning on a 3 star. I think it was a good book. The romance was pretty cute, and I will say I did not care for how it ended. I would have liked for it to end in a different way. And I think that some of the writing style was just annoying. I think that it was a very, like, I feel like it was over the top. I'm trying to like cater for teens kind of writing style, if that makes sense. And a lot of the times, I don't know, this is just something that bugs me, is that a lot of the stuff was like in caps. Like, I don't know, there are just so many caps in this book, and most of the time you don't really want to use caps when you're writing. You would typically want to use italics. So I don't know why this book has so many caps. It really bugged me. I don't know. So anyways, I thought it was a good book. I'm happy I finally finished it. I'm like, ugh. Okay, so I definitely could have finished this a lot faster, but I took a lot of breaks throughout the day. Like I said, I took a very long nap and I had to run errands and stuff. But anyways, first book done. Yay! So, God, I am heavily debating Okay, so for the chance card, we had two options. We could either do a poll on social media, or we could use a random number generator. I'm heavily debating switching this out and like doing a poll with a random number generator because I just really don't want to read this. So I would still pick out other books I don't really want to read. I'm just like, I might. Okay, I don't know. I think what I'll do is I'll do another thing with a random number generator, and then I'll pick the best of the two options. I think is what I'm leaning towards. I'm just like, I just really don't want to read this. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, I don't want it. So I think I'm going to do a random number generator, see what that pops up, and if I like that option better than this one, I'll go with that one. So I'm going to do that. I'll be right back, and I'll let you know what I'm reading next. Alrighty, y'all. So I have my books picked out. We've got The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. This is one I don't want to read. Or like I do kind of want to read, but I'm like nervous for. Second one is one I just got today actually, which is The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics. Then the third one I got is Isle of the Lost by Melissa de la Cruz. Last one I got is Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. So I'm going to do the random number generator and pick one out. I already have one up on my laptop, so let's see what we get. Alrighty, so I got number 4, which is, of course, Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. So this is going to be my next read. I'm really excited for this. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of these books back on the shelf, and I'll start diving into this. It's a pretty short book. It's like 260 pages. I purposely picked pretty short books for all of these options, by the way, because I was like, yeah. It's 262 pages. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading this, and I will film me reading as usual, and I'll let you guys know what I think. Y'all, this book, oh my god, it is so good. This is giving me so much serotonin. Oh my god, Charlie, my queen, like, so good. Okay, so thoughts. So I'm about 100 pages in. I'm on page 94 right now, and I read the first 10 chapters. So this is really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. These first 100 pages absolutely flew by. So much stuff. Oh my god. And I'm relating to both of the MCs a lot. I think that I relate, I don't know, it's pretty equal. I'm really enjoying it. So right now, I don't know, it's just like, it's so good. It's so sweet. Charlie is like such a queen, and her love interest, Alyssa, I love her. Oh my god. And there was just this scene where her ex is being a douche and he tries to get back with her, and she's just like, no, I deserve better. And I was just like, what a queen. Honestly, I love this book so much. And honestly, I'm gonna go right back into filming. I'm not filming to reading. I usually like take like a half-hour break after reading like 100 pages ish, but I honestly just want to keep on reading. It's really good and I'm really enjoying it, so I'm gonna go back to reading. This book is so good. I'm so happy I picked it. I'm so happy I decided to do the random number thing. Best choice I've ever made. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on reading. This is like giving me such a high right now. I love it so much. And yeah, I will update you when I have something to update you about. Probably once I hit 200 pages. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna keep reading. And once I have something else to update you on, you will know. Righty, you guys, so it is just about 4 a.m. It's 3:40 a.m. right now, so I am just about to be 300. Yeah, so I'm at page 196 right now. I'm so excited because when I go back to reading, it's going to be my last batch because there's only like 260 pages in this book, so I just have like 60-ish pages left. So I'm really excited to dive back into this. Thoughts right now. So I actually did make this little note because I thought it was awesome because there's more representation in this book. So I wanted to really quickly talk about that. So, what is her name? Taylor. Okay, so apparently Taylor is autistic and she also has social anxiety, and as someone who also suffers from anxiety, I really appreciate that representation, and I just think it's awesome how much rep there is in this book, so I appreciated that. And oh my god, Alyssa and Charlie kissed. They made out a little bit. They are on a little date right now, and like they're so cute. I ship them so much. And oh, the other people, Taylor and Jamie, who are the friends who are like getting together, also made out, and then they talked about that and like how that changed and how they're worried about it, and it was just really cute. And I really like both of them. This is honestly a really good book, and I'm interested in seeing kind of like the conflict, because I feel like throughout this book I haven't, like, I'm curious to see like if we're gonna have like a breaking point, or like, you know, what's gonna happen, because there's only 60 pages left. So I'm like waiting to see if like something bad's gonna happen. I feel like something bad has to happen, so I'm scared. And I'm really excited for my next read, which is going to be Queer's War, which is a little longer actually. So yeah, I think that's really all I have to say on this. Like I said, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's really good. 10 out of 10. It's honestly, the pacing of this is actually really good, because I usually have to take breaks. I would say I usually take breaks every 50 pages, definitely not every 100 pages. And like, I'm just like so like sucked in to this book. So good. I am so grateful that I bought this book. Oh my god, it's just amazing. I'm so excited for it. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh shit. Anyways, so that is all I really have to say on this right now. So I'm gonna go ahead, take my little break, then I'll get back to reading, and I will update you guys when I finish it. Alrighty guys, I have not finished Queens of Geek yet, but Becca just dropped the new role prompts, so I have picked out my books and I want to share them. So the first prompt that she drew was a young adult fantasy, and for this is technically a fantasy retelling, but I'm counting it, and that is Isle of the Lost by Melissa de la Cruz. This is a fairly short book. It's only like 300 pages, and I think it's gonna be a pretty fast read, or at least I hope so. And then the next prompt that she drew was a contemporary romance. So the book I chose for this is A Corner of the Universe, and this is by Anne M. Martin. I'm so happy this is a contemporary, because it's literally only like 188 pages or something like that, so it's going to be a very short read, and I'm excited. It does look like a good book, so that is going to be what I'm reading for the rest of this readathon. So we finally have the rest of my TBR. Yay! So this is the remainder of my TBR plus Queens of Geek, but that's about to be done. So fun times. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and read some more, and I will update you guys once I've finished it. So yay! Hi everyone. So editing Kylie here. It is the next day, and I just realized I never mentioned what books I picked out for the mystery / thriller, or for the gifted prompt. So I just wanted to quickly insert a clip, that way you're not, hey Kylie, what the fuck did you pick for that prompt? You never mentioned it, because I don't know why I never mentioned it, but I didn't, so I'm stupid sometimes. So okay, I have two books I have mentioned. So the first one was identical, and this was the book I was originally going to read for both of them, because an old friend of mine gave this to me, and it is a mystery book, but I decided to read this instead. So you might see me mention this one again, but I will be reading this one. You'll see that later. But this is the book that I decided to read for this. I got this when I was in like 7th grade through like those book order things. I don't know if your guys' school had them, but through my school I could just order books and stuff. So I consider this a gifted book, because my dad bought it for me and I didn't buy it, so like, it's gifted, okay, it's fine. And this was a reread for me, because I had already read it when I was in 7th grade, but this was the only other book on my bookshelf that would fit this prompt, because I really did not want to read this book. I don't know what it was. I think I was a little intimidated by the size of it, not gonna lie. So I felt like a reread just sounded better. So anyways, I read this book for that prompt. Now you know. Okay, back to the vlog. LOL, just kidding, apparently. So, I don't know what happened, because I swear to God, I remember filming my last clip to wrap up this book and introduce the next book that I'm reading for this vlog. But literally, I cannot find the footage anywhere, so I don't know what the fuck happened to it. So apologies, but you get editing Kylie again. Hi, hello. How are you doing? So I did finish Queens of Geek. It was an amazing book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It's definitely a new favorite of mine, and I will say that I just loved the romance in this book. I think it was really cute. I loved the friendships, and I don't think I ever really talked about what this book was about. But basically this book follows Charlie and her friends Taylor and Jamie as basically they're going to this event called SuperCon, which is a convention type thing, and it's basically kind of just about Charlie really moving past like her breakup. I feel like she's already moved past it, but kind of like dealing with how other people are perceiving her breakup since she is in the public eye, since she is a YouTuber and an actress. And so I really did like this book. My main problems with this book, I would say I really only had two. The first one was that I felt like in comparison to Charlie's chapters, I think that Taylor's weren't as good. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy her chapters, and I felt like once I started reading them, I did like them, but I felt like a lot of the time we jumped from Charlie's, which were kind of like really exciting and I was really invested in, and then we would go to Taylor's and I just felt like they weren't on the same level. I felt like I liked Charlie's a lot better. Second thing I had a problem with was the structure of this book. I feel like I could kind of see where you could argue there's a breaking point, and I could see where the climax would be, but I don't know, I felt like the structure seemed a little bit off, and I think that's partly because this book only takes place over the time of I think like 3 days, so obviously that's already going to make the structure different from a lot of books. But I don't know, I felt like the structure was a little off. I would have liked it to be structured a little bit better, but overall I did really love this book, and I am so glad I read it, so glad I bought it. So anyways, yeah, those are my thoughts on Queens of Geek. So now that we've talked about what I thought of Queens of Geek, I wanted to quickly just kind of introduce the next book, because that was also a part of the other clip that for some reason was not saved somehow. Don't know what the fuck happened. But basically, Queer's War is a YA fantasy that features a female romance between two girls named Queer and Ayla, and basically this book follows both of their perspectives as Queer, who is this princess, and Ayla, who becomes her handmaiden, and it basically just kind of follows their different like perspectives and goals, and that's essentially what this book is about. I'm reading it for both the friend recommendation and for the diversity role, so it's all around a good time, and I shall let the vlog go on so you can hear my thoughts. Hi everyone, hello. I switched locations because I do not like reading hardbacks in my bed, and I forgot how much it sucks when you are trying to read hardbacks in bed, so that was a fun time. So I switched over. I'm here on my couch right now and I'm reading. So I just hit page 102. I'm on chapter 6 right now. I'm really liking it so far. I like the backstory and the world building. It's actually really interesting, and I'm really enjoying it. I will say though, it's a pretty slow start for me, I think, but I'm enjoying the build up, and I'm really looking forward to the relationship dynamic between Queer, is that how you say her name? I don't know. Queer, I don't know. Queer and Ayla. I think it's going to be really interesting because Ayla has this whole thing where she wants Queer dead, but like at the same time needs her alive, kind of, and is like, I feel like she's starting to be intrigued by her, so it's going to be interesting as I continue to read. Also, I hope the sound isn't awful in here. There is an AC going on in here, so I don't know how good the sound quality is gonna be, and I apologize in advance. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go back to my room or not. It's just about 8 a.m. right now, I think. Let me see. Yeah, it's like 7:52, so I'm gonna take a little break from reading because like my head is like, ugh. Just so much like world building and information just happened, and like it's really weird going from Queens of Geek, which is just such a cute like romance, to just go to this pretty hefty like world building fantasy that was definitely like a really big jump for me, but I'm starting to get more used to it, and I'm excited to continue reading. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little break, and then I will read some more. I'll film myself doing that, and then once I hit like 200 pages, I'll probably give you guys another update. Hi, hello you guys. It's like about to be noon, so little update. I haven't really updated you guys that much with this book, if I'm being honest. So, Quiz War, I'm just about halfway through with it. I'm really enjoying it. I think my biggest critique, I think I said this earlier because I think I did update you guys like once or twice. I just feel like it's a very slow getting into it. I think that the plot is going a little slower than I'd like. There was a lot of world building at the start, which kind of made it a little hard for me to get into it. But now I am liking it. I am liking where this romance is going, which is great. I'm just so tired, and I have this and 3 more books to get through. To be fair, 2 of them are gonna be really quick reads. I think this one and the identical one, while I have been excited to read both of them, especially this book, I knew for a fact it was gonna be a little harder for me to read them, just because of how long both of them are. And especially since this is fantasy, because I haven't read a fantasy book in a while, I feel like. Like, I don't remember. Like, I definitely read a lot more romance than I do fantasy, and I think that immediately after reading Queens of Geek and then reading this was a little, like, off-putting, but mostly I'm just fucking tired. Oh my god. I have some I might get some more caffeine in me, because I'm, like, about to fall asleep over here, and it's really tempting, but no, not until I finish this readathon. I am determined. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this. It's really good. Definitely swoon worthy. I'm excited to see where it goes. And I'm really intrigued because I think that with a lot of books that have multiple points of views, I usually have a favorite. Like, there's usually one character where I just want their point of view and not the other person's point of view. I don't know what it is. I feel like that happens a lot with me. That actually happened with me in Queens of Geek. But I'm actually not really having, like, that issue with this book, which I'm impressed by. Like, I genuinely love both of the MCs. And, like, their points of view are very different because obviously one is, like, a princess and one is a servant. But I think that that's one of the reasons I like it. They're just so different but so captivating at the same time. I don't know. I really am enjoying it, and I'm really happy about that. At the moment, this could be a 5-star read. I'm not gonna lie. I am really liking it. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Anyways, I'm gonna just go ahead and, like, shut the fuck up and read, and I will let you guys know my thoughts at some point in time. Hi everyone. So I want to apologize. The last stretch of this readathon was like a marathon for me because I actually fell asleep. Fun fact. So I read these 2 books and then half of this book in like 4 or 5 hours. So that was definitely a record. And as you can imagine, when that happened, I was just like, yeah, we're not vlogging. I was like low-key getting stressed, and I was like, why did I fall asleep? What the fuck? So that wasn't a great time. So anyways, I just want to do a really quick recap of the books and what I rated them and how it all went. So first of all, we've got Quiz War. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. This is by far my favorite book that I read. But Queens of Geek is definitely a close second. But oh my god, this book was so good. I can't wait for the sequel to come out. I really did enjoy it. I loved the romance. I loved the politics. Some characters died and I, like, lost my shit. There were so many awesome plot twists, and I am so beyond excited for the sequel. I know it's gonna be amazing, and I want Ayla and Queer to reunite, and I need to see that. I'm, like, so fucking excited. I'm so happy I decided to read this. Thank you so much to my good friend Annie, who has recommended this book to me multiple times. I really appreciate it. It's just so good, and, like, oh my god, it's an amazing book. So if you're looking for a YA fantasy that has queer representation, I would highly, highly, highly recommend this book. Next book that I read was Rip Eliza Hart. I will say I loved this book, and honestly the only reason I didn't give it a higher rating was because of the ending. I thought that the ending was a big cop-out. I don't think it was well done. I think that there should have been a different ending. So I'm not going to spoil it for you, but anyone who's read this book, if you want to chat about it, oh my god, please. So anyways, yeah, I gave this 4 stars. It was definitely a good book. I just wish the ending was better. But But overall, I really did enjoy it. So the next book that I read was The Isle of the Lost by Melissa De La Cruz, and I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars. I actually liked this book a lot more than I thought that I was going to. Now, you might think that 3 stars is a very low rating, but I honestly really did like this book. There were just a lot of issues that I had with it at the same time, and I felt like in comparison to other books that I've read, this was more comparable with books that I've rated 3 stars. So first of all, Mal hates Evie so much, and she is just looking to hurt Evie in any way that she can. And this was a great plot idea in theory, but Mal's reason is just stupid. Her entire reason why she hates Evie so much is because Evie didn't invite her to her 6th birthday party when they were 6 years old. That's just such a stupid reason, and so that really annoyed me throughout this entire book. And the other main thing that bugged me is that the structure of this book is not very well. I don't really like it, and there were a lot of point of views, and I think that like you easily could have told this story just from Mal and Evie's point of view. I don't really think you needed the others. I can see like why she included them, but to be honest, I think that it was just a little much because we had Mal, Evie, Jay, Carlos, and Ben. We had 5 points of views, and I definitely don't think we needed all of them. I was just kind of like, eh. So yeah, while I definitely did really like this book, it just wasn't the best book. There were definitely some flaws, which is why I'm not giving it 4 stars. Then lastly, the book I fucking hated, The Corner of the Universe by Anne M. Martin. So I really did not like this book. I read this one for the contemporary prompt, which was the last prompt for this readathon, and the reason I didn't like it is, first of all, structure. Again, a lot of authors don't know structure. I swear to fucking God. Like, this book, there was no structure, like, at all. The only points of structure that I could think of were a breaking point and a climax, but I couldn't point out, like, any other points. Like, this book really just felt like a series of events that happened. Like, I don't know, I just kind of felt like I was just reading through what happens to a girl, but there was no plot around it, if that makes sense. And a lot of these chapters, I think, were just really boring. Like, honestly, I skimmed through, like, half of this book, partly because I was on the deadline, but also partly because, like, I just, like, a lot of it was just kind of boring. And I think that the representation in this book is very bad. I'm not going to speak about the autism rep just because I, myself, am not autistic, but what I will say is that based on the reviews that I have read, a lot of autistic people are having problems with the rep in this book, and I have to agree, but I'm not going to say anything else because I don't really think that's my place. But I will say that the suicide that happens at the end, first of all, very triggering, and there are no trigger warnings for this book because apparently authors don't know what those are anymore. And also, it's just, okay, I just felt like the suicide was used as a plot device, and I kind of just, that it's in poor taste to kill off the only autistic character in this book and have that just be a suicide. Like, I didn't think that was good. Did not enjoy this book at all. But I will say it was really short. I read it in like an hour, and I'm grateful for that because it was a really good book to fill this prompt, but I did not like the book in general. These are all the books that I read for this readathon, so I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that big red subscribe button down below and turn those post notifications so that you know every time that I upload. And let me know in the comments down below if you participated in this readathon, and if you did, let me know what you read, or if you have your own reading vlog, feel free to link it down below. I would love to check it out. And a huge thank you to Becca from Becca and Books or something like that. I'll have her channel linked down below if you want to go and check her out. But thank you so much for hosting this readathon. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you do one again in the future because I would love to participate. And yeah, that's all I got. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.